You're definitely looking for a good sensitivity if you clicked on this video. And to be honest, I won't disappoint you. In just 2 minutes, I'll create your perfect sensitivity. This is the most complete video covering every aspect of sensitivity, including lens, gyroscope, low, medium, and high sensitivity, as well as some special settings and tips that make a sensitivity zero recoil. But first, let's announce the UC winner. And yes, the winner of this video has been selected. Congratulations! I'm paying for our lucky UC right now from the reliable and affordable site, CocoDP. And yes, the UC has been transferred to the winner. All right, let's get started. We call this one low. This is the lowest sensitivity possible, designed for beginners and those who are just starting to learn gyroscope or have recently installed the game. They should use this for at least a month. This one is medium. It has slightly higher sensitivity and is the next step after a month for new players. This is also suitable for beginners. Now we have high. Things get a bit more serious here because this sensitivity is higher than the others. My strong recommendation for new players is to use this option. It will be a bit difficult for the first 2 or 3 days, but after that, you'll gradually become much more professional. Next, we have must used. This option contains the sensitivity you've used the most and are probably already accustomed to. The game automatically saves it, so if you ever face an issue during a match, you can quickly activate this setting. Then, there's Season Expert. This one gets updated by the game every season, but I don't recommend using it. Finally, we have Customize. This is where you can edit and save your own sensitivity settings. Today, we'll be making some edits and turning this into a zero recoil setup. For now, stay on the high option until we make some adjustments later. All right, down here we have the lens option. This is divided into 3 important sections. 1. Camera sensitivity. This is the first section. 2. ADS sensitivity. This is the second section below it. 3. Camera sensitivity free look. This is the last section. Let me explain how each of these works. Camera sensitivity is only active before shooting. It is purely for aiming, and having it precisely adjusted is crucial, especially for close-range fights. ADS sensitivity comes into play after you press the fire button. Once you fire, it helps control recoil. Here's how it works. Before shooting, camera sensitivity is active, but as soon as you fire, the game switches to ADS sensitivity. If this sounds confusing, rewind a few seconds and listen again. Camera sensitivity free look is for various movements, including TPP mode, FPP mode when using the I button, and even while driving. Interesting, right? Since each section has its own separate sensitivity settings, fine-tuning them properly can make you a pro. Looking for a fast, secure, and discounted way to buy UC for PUBG Mobile? I want to introduce you to one of the most trusted, instant, and reliable platforms, CocoDP. How to use CocoDP? First, visit the CocoDP website and select your country from the top right corner. Then, choose PUBG Mobile from the list. Next, enter your PUBG Mobile ID in the designated field. Then, select the UC package you want from the available options. Finally, choose your payment method. My top recommendation is Cocoin, as it offers the best discount. Why choose Cocoin? With Cocoin, you get an extra 1% discount and can purchase UC instantly and hassle-free. You can also register on CocoDP, recharge Cocoin, and use it for future purchases at even better prices. Visit CocoDP now through the pinned comment or the video description and enjoy an exclusive discount on your UC purchase. All right, now let me introduce you to the gyroscope. The gyroscope consists of 2 important sections. 1. Gyroscope sensitivity. 2. ADS gyroscope sensitivity. These 2 settings are the key to becoming a pro. In fact, we can call them the father of sensitivity. Gyroscope sensitivity works for aiming and, most importantly, before shooting, just like camera sensitivity, which I explained earlier. The main difference is that gyroscope sensitivity is used everywhere, making it essential to adjust precisely. ADS gyroscope sensitivity comes into play after firing, exactly like ADS sensitivity in the lens section. Now let me clarify the difference between the lens and gyroscope sections. Lens sensitivity is mainly used by non-gyro players, meaning it's crucial for them. Gyro players, however, use both. They rely on both the lens and gyroscope sections. So, if your phone supports gyroscope, my strongest recommendation is that you decide right now to start using it. Now, let's set up the sensitivity. First, we'll adjust the lens section. Keep in mind that if you experience vertical recoil, increase the values by 5 to 15 points. And if you have horizontal recoil, decrease the values by 5 to 15 points to fine-tune your sensitivity. For camera sensitivity, set FPP no scope to 110, TPP no scope to 130, 2x scope to 45, 4x scope to 25, 8x scope to 20, 6x scope to 20, 3x scope to 35, and red dot to 65. Now move on to the ADS sensitivity section and set FPP no scope to 120, TPP no scope to 130, 2x scope to 45, 4x scope to 25, 8x scope to 20, 6x scope to 20, 3x scope to 35, and red dot to 65. Next, go to the Camera Sensitivity Free Look section and set Camera Parachuting to 150, TPPE Character and Vehicle to 150, and FPP Character to 100. Now let's test how this sensitivity setup performs. Keep in mind that this configuration is mainly designed for non-gyro players. Well, here's our non-gyro sensitivity. Once again, I'm telling you, if you want to become a pro, use gyroscope. And well, now let's set up the gyroscope sensitivity. In the first section, set FPP no scope to 400, TPP no scope to 400, 2x scope to 400, red dot to 400, 4x scope to 100, 3x scope to 120, 6x scope to 85, and finally 8x scope to 50. As I mentioned before, this section is for pre-firing, and the sensitivity should be well adjusted for aiming, which is perfectly set so we can quickly lock onto multiple targets. And now, go to ADS gyroscope sensitivity. First, set FPP no scope to 400, TPP no scope to 400, 2x scope to 400, and here set red dot to 400 as well, 3x scope to 255, 4x scope to 150, 6x scope to 195s, and finally 8x scope to 55 to achieve the best sensitivity. Save your sensitivity settings here so you don't lose them. An important note, if you experience vertical recoil, increase the values by 5 to 20 points. And if you have horizontal recoil, decrease the values by 5 to 20 points to fine-tune your ideal custom sensitivity. And the important settings that you need to adjust precisely are: if you are a gyro player, keep the camera rotation while AD option disabled. If you are a non-gyro player, enable this option. Its function is to affect the movement when you tap to scope in. If it's enabled for a gyro player, it adds unnecessary recoil, but for a non-gyro player, it must be enabled to help control recoil. Another important setting is camera rotation while leaning count, which works similarly but affects movements when zooming while leaning. If you are a gyro player, disable this option. If you are a non-gyro player, enable it to help control recoil. For gyro players, enabling this creates additional recoil, while for non-gyro players, it is necessary for better recoil control. And that wraps up today's tutorial. If you found the video helpful, drop a like, and if you have any requests, feel free to ask in the comments. Have a great day, and take care.